Wait, okkiriza nti Arsenal yagezesa ngereeta Arteta.
Yes, they took a risk.
Arsenal yagezesa ngereeta Arteta.
Look at Madrid.
Look at Madrid. Oyina kikola, ogenda kukola ki? Oyina kikola.
As a team tesa chikola.
Oyina kikola. Tena byegenda solvinga.
Manu yandichikoze ekyo nange nzikiriza. But Manu tegenda chikola ku reason zo nyinyonyodde. Toxic
you guys
players.
Say you inclusive.
Toxic bari bagundi. Toxic environment eriwo. So tejja kola, tejja muyamba kola. Kugira. Kubene kali kajatuka wakati awo bintu bitabuke.
Everybody welcome. Everybody to the fan page.
Let me ask a Manchester United fan because the Yinzo Bia Yogerera Ngowa Manu Asoroche Okuchidam. 2 great games from Carrick. Season comes to an end. Do you give him the job?
No, I don't.
Why?
Inzenganze practice waleta Ralph Ragnick najja. Nali nzikiriza nti tutadde end ku Ferguson era. Katugisiibudde ekoze eki egenze. Waye tuchunyiza. Katugambye nti katugitaddeko end ekoze eki egenze. So no later ne Ruben Amorim. Nekikonfirming ddala kiri eri nti ogisiibudde egenze. Okomyawo Carrick because oyito yagala kwata manager mupya kumusula mu kintu kyokya. Nogamba let me give Carrick an interim goal. Then of course I am interim kati omuleta naye akomyawo kiri eri ekyaki ekyagundi Ferguson era. Nti akomyawo omupiira gwa Ferguson gwe. So nze nganza atayagala Ferguson era.
You want to move on?
I'm so grateful for Ferguson byonna bye yakola but I want to move on. Club yaganjagala etambule. Tugese ku kintu ekipya. Nze gundi sikola ki? Carrick simuwa mulimu.
Where they contradict themselves. The DNA you talk about was entirely built by Sir Alex Ferguson. Yeah. You get what Carrick adds to Man United is mentality. United. With him, what Ferguson built in his head is you cannot lose to Arsenal, you cannot lose to Liverpool, you cannot lose to Man City. You can maybe get a draw from Chelsea because that was no back then, and you have to get 3 points from the small teams. Right now, when mwayagala okuva ku Ferguson nga teams entono ate zibatawaanya. You only show up on the big teams. So when mamutambulira ku nnono, the so-called DNA or the norm United, your norm was entirely built by Sir Alex Ferguson because he's the most successful manager at Manchester United. So now we're going to Luis Enrique. He's going to come and change stuff. Exact to what? Yes, he's going to give us the modern way of playing football. Yeah. But again, he's going to change. Agenda kujja abasambi ku kyebabadde nga abamanyidde because like those players abasinga abasambi United agamba have been a Manchester United fan since childhood. So he's the kind of football in his head is what he watched for Sir Alex Ferguson train. Kati ono what Sir Alex Ferguson wajja n'amuwa that kind of football. They are so comfortable playing that football. Because right now, Uncle wasn't. Why would you think?
Do you give
Carrick for only mentality purposes? I would give Carrick
the job
because Abala. If they bring Luis Enrique or Dizabi, I'll be happy because they might bring that modern way of playing football. HPR, United, but then there is that process of transitioning from our traditional template to the new template. Yet you fans are hungry for wins. So me, I would prefer to get anti n'abalabe muleeta away from Ferguson abatava mu lunyiri lwa Ferguson still era mubagobatera mubazaala wa so that period of transitioning from the Ferguson football to the new football might also cause us damage.
Urban, do you give Carrick the job in May? If let's say you make Europe, of course, 5th or 4th.
If the consistency remains there, results nezijja nga bwe zirina okujja nze omulimu ngumu lwansonga right now I'm looking for kuba nga tuva mu Amorim era nga tuva mu Ten Hag era twali tugamba twagala change oba change ya Uganda simanyi kati change ezze yeriko saawa zino waliwo change ya Carrick. I don't want to know oba Ferguson era oba
as long as Man U is winning
oba whom anyone's era. I don't want to know. The only way oli guy yachogerani bamuyitani the rotting of what of Ferguson at United.
The stench. Keen. The club
United.
still smells manyabichi.
The only way to remove that thing, if you want to remove it,
Win
it's
game.
not that you are not going to bring a manager ali different. Kuba waleta Amorim twamulaba. Was he a student of Ferguson? No. Where yatuukawo kyeyasamba kyali kya Ferguson. No. Chagana kati ogenda kuleeta ani omulala. From I'm saying, if Carrick brings the results, performs well,
let him continue.
He's doing it with.
For me,
No,
what is
of course you can't determine. You can't determine the future. But
for me, I would say this. Manchester United problem has not been managers for the longest because we've had some of the best. Van Gaal is a top manager, was a top manager. Mourinho is a top manager, legendary. And they still all left. Man U's problem is not realizing that Ferguson and Manchester United being the big institution is gone.
It's gone. Build a new thing.
Yes. Kati tebomala okikkiriza.
Build a new thing, but I'm not saying that Ogove Carrick can
No. For me, let me make my submission. The moment you accept that Manchester United is not a big footballing team, no, it's a big club as a brand, but it's not a big footballing team at the moment.
On pitch,
what that means is that be humble, build slowly. The biggest problem at that is your former players. Abatula ku TV every day. Keane, Gary Neville, basically the Ferguson generation. Yes. Those are the guys that are stopping Manchester United from building. They have affected every manager that has come at that club. Because all the Man U fans still listen to them in England at least. Nti wagamba nti kino omusajja no byakola bya kisiru. They all believe it. Before you know it, social media is full of those comments. And you see the problem with those players. We had them Ateta yakajja. Netieri the great. Nze nali namugoba. Lwaki? They sabotage. They sabotage what you're building and ne bachankalanya n'abasambi.
Those players are younger by the way.
Yes, but the problem is because they were not employed after football. They thought because I've given you so much success as a football club, I should be part of anything you're building. So whatever mulimu, they come at you. Keane is very bitter because he doesn't have a job at Manchester United.
You'll never get it.
He's very entitled. You were just an employee even as a footballer. Omugagga asigala mugagga abyayagala byayagala tajja kola bawagizi bakola ki wadde gwe nga Keane okyoyagala. For me, Man's problem is not on the pitch. It's of course there is on pitch problems, but you know what I mean. The biggest problem is off the pitch. How much talkability comes at Manchester United. Carrick oyo mulaba simanyi wa manager mulungi because he did a good job at Middlesbrough. He still got fired and relegated the team. So but I mean, companies at Bayern. He relegated Burnley, but he's at Bayern. So you can never say manager is good until he lands the right project or bad.
Yeah.
So I would give Carrick a chance if you make Europe.
Yeah, if
I would give him a chance.
Because I just want anyone who can do things right in a good way.
But the club needs to shut the noise out.
They will never.
But they will never.
They will never. Kuja nga babasajja bakuze ne bakadduwanyo nga tebasoyena na budde bwa.
And you think of that they will never.
The generation mujera
but right now change over the song.
If the thing of that they will never. Now you just accept. Nonyo omuntu mwesige
agenda basanyusa.
No.
Those are manatosana basanyusa. They complain about everything.
Give him time asigarewo.
Gataliwa.
Carrick bagenda mukuba.
Bamukubye agobye empira ebire gy'amaanyi ne bamukuba okufuuka.
Exactly. Kati United kyonga kyeyagazi tumanyi kubanga namwe mwennyini abatudde wano utwali we nali mpuliriza Mourinho mwagamba that is not United's DNA, as if you don't know where the DNA came from.
The things of Amorim, we talked about it. It was the confusion from the
formation.
Business, not formation actually. Business things and respect of managers. kanchi kugambe ne bwebera gwe wayiko oli muyimbe ne bwabera kuba manager o obera actually oli I don't know how you do it but for me I think gwe muyimbe gwa leta produce wansi if you come out and you say something that disrespects him he has the right to say no kino choyogedde chintani shinze kuba if Amorim went in the press conference nagamba kitegeeza and he's the manager, he pays you. Even if it was a mistake, because he doesn't have done a mistake. So for Amorim, it was a bold thing and business things. Let me say it like that. Ntibamugoba for those things that happen, those inner fights of managing and what. Ntibamuletanga manager, kati bamukoze nga coach, nayombera nabeyo. But I think if somehow they did
nene ekirasi ali manager omutuufu
kyonna kyekiri gwe musoso okugoba
nze ekyobeera omutuufu actually kuba n'omutuufu simulaba
kale omutuufu ajja mu kugezesa
nze njagala kwogera mazima kuba even if you give me Pep Guardiola right now even if you kaungambe kali kya mazima teri coach gogenda kulaba nga mulungi teri No. Bakochi bya bali abalungi. Even if you bring Pep Guardiola, no moteka ku United. Agenda failing. Kati tori na ongambira. Agenda failing. Because of the Then why do you say Amorim was bad? He was doing his things very good.
This conversation last time to Ali. The top notch managers, coaches, most of them operate at Man United. We will have all this the saga rotating around Man United as
the things are from back. Be around the team, not the things on
United where there is no job security.
Where there is no job security.
Job security. Yensonge yago bya Amorim.
It's confusing. Kizibu nnyo kuna top manager agenda okujja arisikinge career ye ku Man United. Kati awo wotulina n'ogamba woba olese Carrick okitegedde aba ne waiki kibogera woba olese Carrick n'akulaga nti akwadde results throughout the entire of this season n'akutwala kale mu Euro this season because already ka right now oli mu kyakutaano mpira gyebika
kyakuna
sawa zino United oli mu kugezesa kitegedde
mu mpira gyebika why not take that risk?
Omanyi nti Arsenal yagezesa
asobola okubendinga tugambe his rules
waiki okkiriza nti Arsenal yagezesa ng'ereeta Arteta.
Yes, they took a risk.
Arsenal yagezesa ng'ereeta Arteta.
Look at Madrid.
Eyino kikola ogenda kukola ki? Oyina kikola. Eyino kikola. Tena byegenda solvinga.
Manu yandikikoze ekyo nange nzikiriza. But Manu tegenda kikola ku reason zonnyonnyodde. Toxic
you guys
players.
say you inclusive.
Toxic bali bagundi. Toxic environment eriwo. So tejja muyamba kola kugira. Kubene kali kajatuka wakati awo bintu bitabuke. Bijja mutabuka kawo era olabenga bamu.
Ate ani go na
and it takes me to
give someone who will go there and he looks for the way to solve them.
Actually, no, you brought Ruud van Nistelrooy to be the assistant to Ten Hag.
But Van Nistelrooy is the one who refused.
Naturally, since you brought Nistelrooy as the assistant one, Ten Hag, by the time Koziaba is the head coach. He's the head coach of the team. Nadia the assistant one, Ten Hag. Okay, on a bigger branch as Man United. Now, by the time no go Ten Hag, you brought in Van Nistelrooy that Ten Hag, which means Charlie in terms of what good Ten Hag agenda for no one Nistelrooy. Era mwamu see the entire of the season.
Not
then why not?
Ate ajipa for me.
Why not give Van Nistelrooy that chance? Team gikole
lack of
patience. He's an interim manager. Era naye ajja kukinga emipira gijo. Abazanyi batandise otegeka system ye egenda maaso mu mugoba temuleke ko to.
Babambire Luis Enrique.
Into the same routine paka tekigenda ko. You just have to stick to one. Avuye wabuiza na personal yabu.
Hey, tugwe today tulakwale tukiriza.
You understand? Because even Amorim Jagamati yakola better because last season yameda mchakumeka. Because right now ngali mchakumeka.
Producer, in the interest of time, Mbade, we have talked about Carrick's potential and chances of taking the job. You've played the big boys. You've won the games. Congratulations. How does Carrick approach the smaller teams? You see, these are the games that are very disturbing. Amorim, webale nnyo. Amorim takoze bubi tumuzaala wabamu, but Amorim has not been a bad manager against the big teams.
Yeah, he gave them problems.
He beat Man City last year.
Yeah.
He beat Liverpool. He beat Liverpool this season. I think he did not beat Arsenal, but
he nearly
beat Arsenal. But you could see the game was toe to toe. So clearly Manchester United literally shows up for the big games. I think Manchester wogama nti empire minene jali jimutawanya. Woyo Raniki, Smaya Rani, Rakini. Ku ground. Those people who should be technical directors. So those are guys who should be technical directors, not managers. Ngogo omuntu agulina nengo okutaka biralamu.